In this video, I want to give you a couple of suggestions on how you can be the quickest to communicate with a potential patient. Remember, orthodontists are having to be much more aggressive in going directly to the consumer. So that means the consumer has more options. They're not always being referred by a dentist. They have to think for themselves. They're using digital mediums to choose between a dentist, to choose between, the Smile Direct Club or another big aligner company, and to choose between several orthodontists. So it's super crucial that you guys communicate with them immediately. And you're the doctor. You're not the one who's up front doing that. So your practice is really only as good as the people you have up front. So a couple tips that I would encourage you to enforce with your staff, to encourage them in, to support them with. Number one, really encourage them not to leave potential patients on hold for too long. Sometimes they can't help this. They're human. They have a lot of things to do. They're maybe working with a patient who's checking in. But if you got to think, if a new consumer, someone who's seen you for the first time or have seen you a couple times, and they finally decide, okay, I'm going to call, I'm going to get some information, maybe see what my next steps are. If they're on hold for more than even a minute, they might hang up. This happens often. People do it when they're thinking about buying things. So don't leave them on hold for too long. Number two, try to rotate when your staff eats lunch. I don't know how you guys do this. I know some practices completely shut down for lunch. Some don't. Don't recommend that because other people are calling on their own lunch. So it's important that someone's managing the phones during lunchtime. Number three, call missed numbers back. So a lot of these people aren't leaving voicemails because, one, maybe they're unsure of themselves. They aren't totally sold on you guys and they really just want to talk to someone. And honestly, people are just impatient and lazy these days. So a lot of people aren't actually leaving voicemails. If they're referred by a dentist in order to go there, they're going to be a little bit more determined. But, going directly to the consumer, marketing here. Call back missed numbers because some of these people could be leads who didn't leave a voicemail. And then speaking of voicemail, try to have a shorter voicemail. If it's a minute long, they might not wait it out, It's just, we live in an impatient society. It's silly, but it's true. And then finally, have some milestones with your staff. I don't know if you already do this. If you do, great. It seems like you really manage your practice well. But I recommend having some milestones for them as a group to encourage them in these tips I've just given you. So, if they schedule X amount of consultations in a month, they get a massage day or whatever, or gift card or something like that, or you take them out to lunch or something like that. You get them a gift. So you can set different KPIs for them, different metrics in regards to getting patients scheduled, because once they're scheduled, you and your treatment coordinator, it's game over. You get them closed and they start. So the big goal here is quick communication so you have a higher chance of getting them in the practice. All right, Doc, you are amazing. Go crush it today.